Now, first, let me say condolences to the family of Jaheim McMillan, who was the 15-year-old that was shot by a trigger-happy police officer down in Gulfport, Mississippi. Now, this started off as a typical day at a Family Dollar down in Gulfport, Mississippi, but it ended with bullets, bloodshed, and a black teen fighting for his life. And we see so much of this today. I want to know how each and every one of you are doing, because we have got to find a better way um, how we are managing our own selves with what's going on here. Again, condolences to the family of this 15-year-old. Here we are again talking about another, black life that has been taken. So I don't want to take any of that away, but also I'm going to get into this story to give you, the first part of it, and then the fact that he has been taken off of life support. So 4WWL reports a police shooting on the afternoon of October 6th left a teen hospitalized and on life support. The 15-year-old boy was airlifted to a hospital in Mobile. He is no longer with us, Katrina Mateen said about her son, Jaheim McMillan, who is brain dead and only breathing with the help of a ventilator. Gulfport Police Chief Adam Cooper said his officers arrived at the store to respond to a call about a vehicle occupied by multiple subjects brandishing firearms at motorists. There is no explanation for what prompted the shooting except that they attempted to run away, and one of the suspects was armed. Instead of protecting the public from a reported threat of gun violence, Gulfport officers became the threat by shooting at a store in the middle of the day. One of our officers engaged with an armed individual. Shots were fired. The suspect was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound, Cooper vaguely said in a statement released Thursday. One suspect was transported to a local area hospital suffering from a single gunshot wound. Another suspect was apprehended after a short-foot pursuit, he continued. Now, according to Newsweek, a bystander who claimed to witness the shooting posted a video of the aftermath on Facebook with the caption, "A killing in Gulfport by the Protect and Kill This Young Man obeyed the stop and get your hands up, then the policeman cut him down, was 10 yards away." The clip is graphic and zooms in on the teen's lifeless body before paramedics rushed him to the hospital. The bystander said during the recording that the teen was surrendering when an officer shot him. "The police just shot a little dude here near Family Dollar. He ran from that car. From there, where they were, he ran this way. He ran, and when he put his hands up like that here, that's when he cut him down. Bang, bang, bang," the witness narrated. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation and Biloxi Police Department Crime Scene Unit are investigating the incident. The cop who pulled the trigger is on non-enforcement duties. McMillan's loved ones and community staged a protest at Family Dollar to demand justice and answers. The grieving crowd carried "Justice for Jaheim" signs. One of the protesters said the officer shot to kill. Despite the severity of his injuries, Mateen told 4WWL that she plans to keep her son on life support. She still clings to hope to do what that officer did not, give Jaheim a chance to survive. "He's going to be on the ventilator. I'm not going to take him off. I feel like he's got a chance, and I'm not going to pull the plug on him. He can come back maybe. If he can, I'm going to give him a chance," Mateen said. The heartbroken mother said she's had no contact with Gulfport Police Department except for handcuffing her at the crime scene. A mother of one of 5 suspects arrested said the children have been charged with aggravated assault and a $500,000 bond. Now, this is very, uh, disheartening that he has been, uh, you know, to the point where he did not make it. It's really sad. He was taken off of life support. And I want to get in the second part of this where he was taken off of life support because um, I don't understand why they don't give um, a lot of times the same uh, you know care and concern to give opportunity even when something is happening. Um, he was actually shot in the head. He was actually shot in the head. Um, and so it's saying that he allegedly brandished a gun at cars driving along a road, but he was taken off of life support. And the mother allegedly or apparently made the announcement. And this comes 2 days after the incident in which the officer shot him in the head. Um, and so the release did say that an officer engaged McMillan, who was allegedly armed, and the other suspects were arrested. And so it is an ongoing, it is an ongoing investigation. Um, and so the family wants justice for him, and there is was a community vigil that was held for him, and that was Sunday evening, where they held a community vigil. Friends and family and community leaders got together to do that because he was, like I said, taken off of life support. And so, when we keep seeing these stories, I'm not, saying that. Now, according to the article, the young man had a gun, he had a weapon. And I'm not saying condoning any type of wrongdoing when it comes to our youth. But also know that a lot of times when our youth, and I say our youth, our Black American youth, get in trouble with the law or they have weapons, it never ends well. And it's a loss for the family. It's a loss for the community. It's a loss for the life that could have been preserved to go on and do something great in life. A lot of times youth can turn their life around if given the proper support, mentorship, and chance in life. And if every Black American youth is going to be gunned down by police officers really quickly without giving them an opportunity to surrender, as this young man allegedly was surrendering, and I'm not sure where that officer head was, if he thought it was a threat or if he made a move that he thought was, put his life in jeopardy. I don't know because I wasn't there. But when we see cases where other races, usually that one particular race, Dylan Roof, he killed 9 people. What did they do? They offered him some water to drink. He was thirsty. They fed him. Jeffrey Dahmer, he made bond. He killed many people and ate them. I mean, I could go on. I can go on and on and on and on. But why isn't it that in a case like this and in other cases where Black American young men, even in cases where we've seen in the past, running away from police officers, they're shot in the back, A young man with a toy gun, a young boy with a toy gun, shot. So many times we see youth, Black American youth, are not given the same chances or consideration that this one particular race is given. And I'm not saying that an officer that feels threatened and it's a clear threat and he's out of options. But if this young man, according to the article, and we have to wait on the investigation, of course, if he was surrendering, hands up in the air, why shoot? If he's surrendering, hands up in the air, why shoot? Why? Why shoot? You had an opportunity. If the hands were up, he surrendered, hands in the air, you have that opportunity. Did he still have the weapon in his hand? I don't know, according to the article. But why shoot if he surrendered? Hands up in the air. So I don't want to make excuses for our Black American youth. I don't. I don't know why they were out in a car with guns and flashing them at motorists going by. That's just something that shouldn't have happened, period. But because it did happen, the police responded, rightfully so, to respond. But they said that they were shooting. Now, what happened? What would have happened if they had have killed some people inside the Dollar Tree or people exiting the Dollar Tree? I asked this question, you know, and it goes back, and I hope that people see where I'm going and not attack me, but, you know, help me to understand. Because I do see it. We read these stories so often where our Black American youth, our young men are not really given the same chances when they are a suspect. But when the other race clearly is a suspect, clearly of committing murders and crimes, they're given opportunity. They're given bonds. I was just reading, you know, the stories about all these sexual assaults. And they get in bond. Or it's being covered up, and then 6 months later a civil suit been settled. It's a lot to take in. So again, you know, my condolences to the family, while they seek justice, while they seek answers. Let the investigation do its job, play out, get the correct findings, be transparent, you know, when it comes down. Hopefully the investigation, the people involved with it will be transparent. You know, I think about this too. I've been reporting on, you know, the big Mississippi welfare scandal, right? Where all of these people played a part in misusing welfare funds, right? For their own personal gain. And this story right here says to me that the money that they stole, maybe it could have helped these youth. Maybe Jaheim wouldn't have been shot. Maybe he wouldn't have been in a car, as the article say, allegedly. I'll say that, but that's what it says, flashing a gun. Maybe the money that was taken could have been used to deter crime, put youth in programs, you know, because one of the things was to prevent teenage pregnancy. So maybe the funds, some of it could have been used to help them, you know, live a more excellent life, get them off the street, put them in a mentorship program, redirect that energy to positive energy, that they could have become great in life or make something out of their lives. But there's grown people that took from a system where the state is already the poorest in the country, Mississippi, and they have to be carried, and state and federal tax money was misused for people that pretty much had already lived their life and made money. Brett Favre made over $140 million in endorsements and playing football. And you took from families that probably could have used this money to redirect the negative energy and turn it into something positive. You have Teddy DBAs, his son, Lacoste, I believe Dupree, the former governor, Nancy New, and the other ones they didn't name, Deputy Black. And we know about John Davis, the director. We are talking about a senseless killing of a young man, if the article is correct, until investigation is finished, surrendering, hands up in the air, taking off life support, and people stealing money that have already had their success. And because they wanted more success and greed, they stole funds that could have helped redirect youth to something positive. Make that make sense to you. Make that make sense, you all. Make that make sense. Because it don't make no sense to me. Make that make sense. Well, thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please leave your respectful comments below. I definitely would like to hear your thoughts on this situation. God bless you all on today.